why portion control is bullshit, right? And I hear this a lot, like, I'm just watching my portion. Like when we ask people, like, hey, what are you doing to help your fitness and fat loss goals? Oh, I'm just watching my portions, or portion control, or maybe even seen some of those. They were popular maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, where they actually portion control for you. Like they give you Tupperware and they say, this is how much vegetables you're supposed to have at every meal, how much fruit, how much all these things as far as portion goes. Okay, even um, I like to use it a little bit sometimes too if I have to, like the hand portion sizes, like your meat's the size of your palm. Carbs are supposed to be like a, you know, like a scoop in your hand. Those aren't bad, but like at the end of the day, guys, the reason that portion control, or in my opinion, portion control is bullshit, is because portion control is just like, um, it's not measurable, right? It's not. It's like wishing versus goal setting, right? So it's like, hey, I wish I had a six pack, right? Or I want a six pack, or whatever, like you wish, right? But then you actually set a goal and you're like, okay, my goal is to have a six pack, so I need to do this, this, and this to make sure I actually do that. JD, what's up, brother? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. Oh yeah, remember, hashtag in the comments if you're watching this after the fact, and then, or hashtag in the comments, hashtag replay in the comments if you're watching this after the fact, and then hashtag live if you're watching this live. So anyways, I don't remember where I was at now. So the thing is with portion control is that, like, just like goals, they got to be measurable, right? So we can sit there and say we want this all day long, but until we actually put pen to paper, metaphorically speaking, like actually think about how we're going to get there and have an action plan for it, then and only then will it actually come true, right? And that's if we do everything correctly. So when people are like, yeah, I'm just getting portion control, all portion control is the same thing as every other diet out there, right? It's a calorie restrictive model, which is how you lose fat, and which is why people get results with these crazy things like keto and paleo and fasting and stuff like that. And if you like it, like, that's cool. But at the end of the day, I always preach, what gets measured gets managed, right? So like, we got to be able to measure our progress. We got to be able to measure our food intake. We got to be able to measure our output, right? Which is why we track the things we do in our spreadsheet, right? We track how much we're moving, how much we're sleeping, how much we're eating, all that good stuff, right? So every time I hear, Tammy, what's up, girl? Give me a thumbs up. So every time I hear someone like, oh, we're just gonna portion control or whatever, like, that's only gonna last so long, right? Because eventually then you gotta figure out like what you got to get to the point where maybe you lost a few pounds doing that portion control, and what you need to do to get past it, right? So portion control does not work long term, just like mostly everything else, right? So you got to get away from that if that's what you're thinking you're going to do. Like, just eat smaller. Like, that'll work for a little bit, but it's not going to work long term. So couple other things I wanted to go over today too, guys, was we have a brand new live training with Coach E. We'll all be on there, but Coach E's running it Wednesday, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Time. I just sent out the calendar invites for that, so make sure you accept that so we know exactly how many to expect for that. Okay. And last thing, guys, is stay locked in right now. It's December. It's probably one of the hardest times of the month to be in on your fitness goals, right? Because of everything that's going on with the holidays. If you guys are here, especially if you started within the month, like, I give you big props, because everybody's waiting for the first, or everybody's like, I'll deal with it when the holidays are over. And the truth is like, you still got to figure it out the next year when the holidays come over. You still got to figure it out when you have birthday parties, when you have vacations. Like, that's the goal, right? Is to figure out how to navigate these situations without losing focus of your goals, because that's typically what everybody does. We work hard, lose complete focus of our goals, and then end up right back where we started. And it's a continuous cycle for years, right? And we can never get it figured out. So doing the hard stuff now is going to make it easier when we're in just regular life, right? But with that same thing, when we actually learn how to manage this during these times, the next year it comes around, it makes it that much easier, right? Like the first time I started doing this type of method with my nutrition and my fitness, it was tough the first year, right? Like I had to figure everything out as far as, navigating the birthday parties, the vacations. Honestly, I took like a year off from vacation. I didn't go on vacation for like a year while I was dialed into my nutrition and my fitness, because I knew it was going to throw me off, right? Like it's so easy to just say F it. And then when I acquired the skills to actually be able to do this on the road, on vacation, at birthday parties, at the movie theater, like all those fun things we get to enjoy, and you still get to enjoy with this type of program, those are just little learning blocks and tools that you're going to put in your belt every single time you accomplish that, right? And then that's going to end up being just a very, very good skill set that you're going to have with you for the rest of your life, as long as you're willing to do the work to get there. Because it's not just about learning the skill, but it's implementing the skill every single week, every single day, every single year, right? If it was just about having the skill, like that'd be easy, right? But you got to have the willpower, and you got to set yourself up for success every single day.